Hey guys, it's Robbie here, and this is FrekiFitWolf. It's Thursday, so that means it's time for my motivational meme of the week. If you don't know what that is, first of all, a meme is basically a picture with a pretty background that has words on it, and it's usually something funny or something motivational. I take the motivational ones, and then I overanalyze them and I overthink them, and I share my findings with you guys. That way, it kind of embeds it into our brain, rather than if we're just scrolling through Instagram or scrolling through Facebook, we see it, we're like, yeah, that's true, and you move on. This actually helps put it in your brain and maybe think of it at a different point of view than what you initially read when you first read it. That's what happens to me a lot, and so I share it with you guys. So stay tuned and see what this week's meme is. Alright, so before I get into this week's meme, I do want to kind of brag a little bit, kind of talk about myself for a moment. Sorry, kind of happens. But anyway, so if you aren't in my Facebook group, first of all, link is down below. Please go to it and join. It is a wonderful place. But I have been posting in there a lot because I have really been upping my exercise. And mainly just walking, but I have been killing it with that, and I've been posting in there a lot lately, and I put up a picture because I've been doing those yes.fit races. There should be a link down below, or at least my tag on there, like to friend me on there if you join on there, because it is really cool. But I completed a race, and I don't think I've shown it yet on here, but I got this cool medal for completing it. You can't see too well on there, but at the top it says Zeus, Mount Olympus, and then it says 18.9 miles. So I got this, and I was super happy that I did. I love this thing already. It's the first race I completed, and 18.9 miles in 3 days is not bad. I'm proud of that. That's one thing that's cool about the yes.fit races, is that you can take your time. You don't have to rush or anything like that. And again, it's just yes.fit if you are curious. You pay per race, and you participate in at your own speed and over the amount of days, or one day if you choose to, and you get your rewards, whether it's a shirt or whether it's that. It's been a lot of fun. It's really motivational for me. I talked to my roommate about it. He don't get it. He's like, so basically you're buying a medal. Yeah, in essence you are, but seeing that, and especially like I have a couple other people that have been in the races at the same time as me that are friends, and you kind of can compete with each other, be like, ooh, cool, like, oh, I'm at this percentage, they're at that, let's kind of match up. It's cool. I find it motivational. It helps me a lot, and then that way hopefully eventually I keep doing this and I can do like a real in-person race. But for now, this works, and I think plus I just think they're gorgeous. Like, that's a Zeus one, but there's a bunch of different types. And the other thing I wanted to talk about real quick before getting into the meme is one thing that's been helpful. Like, you remember the Teami tea that I mentioned, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, whenever it was, but it's the Teami tea, which you can see I need to order more soon. But they had sent me that, and I ended up really liking it, guys. Like, liking it a lot, because it's natural caffeine instead of getting it from so much soda, which is perfect for when I do go on my walks. And especially like their little tumbler, like, first of all, it was green. How perfect is that? Like, matches my hair. But this strap, yes, I did show, and it's still true, that it does not fit over my hand, but while I am walking, I can just, at least put it on my hand and walk like that. And this sucker, you see, it is full. It is not spilling anywhere. I walk, it flops around, and it is totally fine. So that I am loving. And plus with the, like I showed before, but there's a filter right underneath the lid here, so you can have your tea in there, and you're not going to get leaves in your mouth. So it's really cool. So if you are curious about it, there are links to that I do know for sure down below, where you can get 15% or 30% off depending on how much you buy, type of thing. It is an affiliate link, of course, so I mean there is some kickback, but I don't mention things that I don't actually like. I'd be honest, but I do like those. So check them out if you're curious about it. At the very least, for this tumbler, it is perfect, because having that filter in there is brilliant, because that way I can use my kettle and get water hot and not make the whole thing that tea. So I can just throw in a teaspoon of the tea in here and go, and my roommate can throw in his tea and go. Or you can use it for hot water for whatever reason. Instead of making a whole pot, you can just do it on the go and not worry about getting it in your mouth or having some kind of diffuser or tea bags in there. I don't know why I don't like tea bags, but I don't. But yeah, so anyway, there's that. Got that out of the way. I did want to mention that because, like I said, not all of you are on my Facebook group to see those type of things. And the group isn't just me bragging about me, and it's not bragging. It's really not. It's more motivating me. Like, if I share with other people, it helps keep me motivated to do it. So, like, with doing the walks, with doing the yes.fit races, it motivates me to keep doing. If there are other people that are interested in doing it or encouraging me to do it, it helps keep me focused. Plus, that extra walking got me 5.6 pounds off last week. So, yeah. But feel free, join that. And let's go ahead and get into this week's meme. This one actually was inspired because of my Facebook group. I saw a lot of people have been struggling lately. Basically, since Thanksgiving, a lot of people have been struggling. And with the thought that, you know, Christmas is less than 2 weeks away, it's been really, really hard. And so, like, I see people, you know, being a little distraught, for lack of a better word. So this week's meme is, don't try to be perfect. Just try to be better than you were yesterday. And that is my advice. There is one person, she's actually a friend in real life in the group, Heather. She had put, you know, she's been struggling. She was doing well at the beginning of the day, and then at the end of the day, or, you know, middle of the day, she went off the bandwagon. And my, you know, tip to her was like, that day's over. Today's a brand new day. Make it better. And when I asked at the end of the day how her day went, she said, well, it went better than yesterday, but I still, you know, messed up, for lack of a better word, at the end of the day. But the thing is, it was still better than the day before. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be easy. But if you are improving even a little bit, that is amazing. If you are, say you're a soda drinker and you ultimately want to quit, that can be a lot to do overnight. But if you can cut back, then that makes a huge difference. And same with, you know, doing your points, doing your exercise, all of that stuff. You don't have to be perfect, but just try to be better than you were yesterday. And I feel like yesterday is a term for the past in general. So not necessarily every single day you have to be better, but make it a work in progress. I mean, I've been dieting. I've been on this weight loss plan for 27 weeks, and literally last week was the first week I added in exercise. And yeah, like, it's been like a half mile to 2 miles, sometimes a little over 2 miles, like 2.5. But I've been adding that in, and it's better than my yesterday. And it's work in progress. Not every day is going to be, sorry, my phone is letting me know that despite the fact that I hit it a while ago, I just got my 10,000 steps. But I did that, not right now because I've been sitting, and I looked at it before I recorded this video, and it was at 10,000 steps. But whatever. The point is, you know, even getting at 10,000 steps, even if you're not going out for a mile walk, just making sure you're active. Because there have been some times where I'm like, shoot, I don't have time, or it's too cold, or this or that, or whatever, that I, right behind me, watching my TV up over there, walked in place until I got to the 10,000 steps. And all of that is better than my yesterday. It's better than sitting still on the couch. Choosing a healthier food, even if you do go a little of your points, could still be better than yesterday when you went a lot over your points. All of those things really, really do add up. And all of those, I do believe, need to be celebrated as victories instead of, I wasn't perfect, so it wasn't good. It goes back to when people talk about, I only lost half a pound. You lost half a pound. Shut up. That is great. Anything better than what you were doing, gaining weight or not, or, you know, not moving, anything is better than that. So that is a huge, huge message that, yes, like, you know, it's a simple wording. Don't try to be perfect. Don't try to be perfect. Just be better than you were yesterday. sounds simple, but when you start thinking about it and really, really analyzing what that means, it is a wonderful message to all of us. Any little thing that is an improvement from where we were in the past is great. Just like with that, the reflections tag that I did when it was asking, you know, where you are now compared to where you were a year ago from now. There's so many things that, like, oh my gosh, I've improved greatly on. And when you start thinking about that, you're like, okay, yeah, I might not be where I want to be a year from now, but I am better than where I was a year ago, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to make that reminder because I've been seeing it a lot. I know this is a very, very hard time of year with Thanksgiving just happening, with the stress of the holidays, with the actual food from the holidays, and with it being colder, it's hard to move around. All of those things end up making these couple of months really, really tough. But if you just try to be better than you were in the past, that's all that matters. I've watched other YouTubers that, you know, talk about that they've been on weight loss journeys for several years. And they were talking, like when they did the reflections tag, and they talked about, you know, a year ago, they treated the holiday this way, or did this or that, like, you know, they starved themselves or deprived themselves completely, or went completely overboard and ate everything, and they've learned about themselves, and they have done it better where they can have a small treat here and there, and it's okay as long as you're mostly being accountable. And if you do gain a smidge, it's not the end of the world, because guess what, like, it didn't come on originally all in one go. It's not going to come off all in one fell swoop. So as long as you're learning, as long as you're improving and being better than you were yesterday, that's all that matters. So that is the meme for the week. That's all I got to say about it. Otherwise, I'm going to start repeating myself. As you guys know, I tend to do. I might have done that a couple times in this video. But anyway, if you like this, let me know. If you agree with this, if you have any further input, let me know. Comment down below. I love seeing the comments. I love interacting with you guys. And if you haven't yet, please like this video. Please share it. Please, all of the pleases. Please subscribe, hit the little bell so you know when I post videos, especially because I don't normally post videos on Saturdays, but 2 collabs are coming out on Saturday. So those are something to look forward to. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys then.